Are you wasting too much time on the putting green practicing the wrong stuff? You probably are. When I go to the putting green with my students, I often see other players walking around just hitting two or three balls from hole to hole to hole, thinking they're working on speed or line or whatever they're working on, but they're really not. The reality is this, okay? Putting, 90% of it is speed. So why are you spending so much time just hitting putts, trying to make putts, when the reality is if you could dial in your speed, you'd have all that under control and your putting would get exponentially better like that. All right, so I want to talk to you about a few drills that are really great for putting. And one of my favorite drills that we're going to start off with is the ladder drill. So how this drill works is I have 15 balls over here and I have a coin that's marking my spot where I'm going to putt from. I have my alignment made easy tube over there and it's 15 feet away from the coin. And what I want to do is I want to hit each putt incrementally further than the one before it. And I want to see how many balls I can get to stop before that tube that passed the one before it. All right, so let's try the drill. So the idea with this first ball is we just barely want to nudge it, because if I can get more balls in the first foot, then it's going to be easier to complete more balls overall. Okay, so now I'm at about a foot and I have two golf balls. Not my best start. And so the only way to fail this game is to have your next ball come up short of the one you just hit or go past the tube. Okay? So then after I hit it, I just kind of roll it over so it's in line with my other balls so they're out of the way. And again, I'm just focusing on speed. Okay, that was a really good one. That only went about 4 inches past or 5 inches past the one before it. The greens are pretty fast right now. I bet you they're running about 11 here at Legacy Golf Club in Phoenix, Arizona. And they are pure. Okay, so right now I'm at 2, 4, 6, 7 balls, and I'm not even halfway there. My general rule of thumb, if you're going to 15 feet, you should be able to fit at least 15 balls in. So I started with 5 sleeves of balls here. I got 15 balls, and my goal to complete this drill is to at least fit 15 balls in here. Okay, another good one. All right, so we're on ball 8. Okay. This is going to be a tough finish, but I'm up to the task, and I'm just going to try my hardest. That was a really good one. Again, that one went about 5 inches past the one in front of it. And again, the only way to fail is to not advance it past that last ball or to hit it too far past the tube. Another really good one. Another really good one. All right, so I've got 3 more balls. And if I pass, then I can be done with this drill. Ooh, and that's going to make it tough. All right, 2 more balls. Let's see if we can do it. Okay. I have about 2 feet left to fit this last ball. Okay, so I passed 15 balls inside of 15 feet. This drill may seem easy to you, but it's very hard. If your speed isn't great, this drill will expose you right away. And this is a really great drill, obviously, because if you can't roll the ball 2 inches, how are you going to be able to roll the ball 3 feet or 7 feet or 10 feet? And when you're trying to make those mid-range putts, and what I would call a mid-range putt, I would be thinking from like 8 feet to 20 feet. If you're trying to hit an 8-footer, you have to roll the ball about 9.5 feet. If you're trying to hit a 20-footer, you want to roll the ball about 21.5 feet. And if your speed isn't on point, you're not going to make a lot of putts that day. Speed is by far the most important thing. All right, let's talk about another drill. All right, so this drill here is another one of my favorite putting speed drills. This is called the 1-2-3 drill. And the reason why I call it 1-2-3 is because we're talking about speed. And 1 speed is where you hit the putt and it barely gets there and it just lips in. And 2 speed is when you hit the putt and it goes in and it hits the middle of the cup on the backside. And 3 speed is when the putt rams into the hole and hits the dirt. Okay? So we always want to start off at 1 foot, all right? Because then we're not so focused on line, we're only focused on speed. So when I'm doing this drill, I put a coin about a foot from the hole here, okay? And all I'm going to focus on is what pace the ball has entering the hole. So this first ball, I want to have it barely get there, and I want it to almost lip in, just like that. See how that one barely got there and died in? So it's like a dying pace, right? Now the second one, I want it to go in and I want it to hit about halfway down on the cup, kind of the same speed that a rabbit would run into its hole, or if you're in the desert, like a desert gopher would run into their hole. And then the third one here, this one's going to be thumped. This one is going to hit the dirt. All right? And this drill is huge because if you can control the speed that the ball enters the hole, you're going to start to be able to control the distance that you're going to roll the ball. So let's do this again. But now that we've succeeded, let's go back to 2 feet. Okay? So we're going to go from 2 feet here. And again, this drill gets a lot more challenging from 2 feet. So I want to hit this putt. If anything, I want to leave it short. I want to barely get it there and just have it lip in. That was pretty great, actually. Okay, and the next one, again, is going to hit halfway down the cup. And that's going to be more of a normal pace. Okay. And the third one, I'm going to thump the dirt. Okay. So here's where I use this and how I can use this, practically. I can apply it in real life. If I'm playing a golf course and the greens are a little slow, I'm going to start to adjust and I'm going to visualize my 3 speed when I'm warming up on the putting green. I'm going to try and hit more putts that 3rd speed. That way it's easier when I go back to my 2 speed to still get the ball to the hole. Or if the greens are super fast, when I practice, I'm going to drip them in, okay? And that's going to help me calibrate my speed. Or if I'm on the golf course and everything's going whizzing by the hole, I'm going to practice trying to die it there, right? Or if I'm struggling to get it there, I'm going to start visualizing the ball hitting the dirt. And visualization is key because it really helps you lean into intent. And your intentions are how you're going to carry on the actions of what you're actually trying to do. And the important thing in golf always is instead of worrying about what's happening to you, you need to maintain focus on what you're actually trying to do. That's how you get into the zone. If you want to be successful playing golf and you want to get into the zone, you have to think about what's actually trying to do instead of what's happening to you or for you. All right, let's get on to another drill for speed. All right, so this next drill, I call this the end zone drill. And what I want you to see here is I have a coin a little bit more than 1.5 feet or around 1.5 feet away from my Alignment Made Easy tube, okay? And ultimately, what we want to do in this drill is I have golf balls that are set up every 2 feet away from that coin. So here's how this drill works, okay? With this drill, I have to hit all of these putts. They need to go past the coin and not hit the tube. So this is my end zone here, okay? So I want to see how well I can do with this and at what point do I fail. Okay, so I pass from 2 feet. Okay. Again, the only way to fail is to come up short of the coin or hit the tube. And if you have good speed, you should be able to at least get out to where I've gone 8 feet, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20 feet. We should at least be able to pass from 20 feet because that coin is 20 feet from the last ball. And we're just trying to roll it basically a foot by. So it's a 21-foot roll. Okay. Okay, that one was iffy. Those balls are in the way. That may have failed, but I think it was pretty good. Doing great. Okay, that one failed. So I failed at 18 feet. But the idea here is to give yourself drills that really help you get good at speed. And on top of getting good at speed, they make you feel like you've completed something, you've completed a task. And such a big part of golf is completing tasks because that's how you start to build confidence. And all three of these drills are task completion drills, but they 100% focus on speed. And speed is 90% of putting. So if you can get good at speed, you're going to putt the ball so much better. Stop wasting your time like everyone else, focusing on the roll. There's a little bit of technique involved in speed, but speed ultimately is a skill. And you can acquire this skill, but you have to work on it the right way by isolating out the speed and only focusing on that. All right? I help thousands of golfers with this every single year, and I want to help you too. My name is Jeremy Anderson. I'm one of Golf Digest top instructors. I was a Southwest PGA Teacher of the Year, and I would love to help you with this. If you have any questions, shoot them to me in the comments. Please make sure to like, share, and follow with your friends, and I look forward to working with you in the future. Take these drills to the bank.